Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Alex Kogan here, and I am back after many moons with more Metro Exodus. For the second and final DLC expansion has arrived, Sam's Story, and oh boy, what a wait it has been. So yeah, my previous game I played was Gravity Rush, but I figured with Sam's Story being on the horizon, I figured I'd take a couple of days off, catch up on some reading, and just, wait for the DLC to hit, which it finally did. And the previous DLC, which was the Two Colonels, which was a fairly, very, very short DLC that was mostly just story exposition for what occurred in Novosibirsk. I can't remember, I actually remembered the name of that place. Which was, very short, watered down gameplay compared to the main game. Now, the main game I have not played in almost a year. It was that long ago, so I may not remember how to play this game. So I'm hoping the game will remind me. As for the Sam Story, what's it about? From what I know, from what I understand, let's see. Determined to find his way out. Determined to find out if his loved ones are still alive back home, Sam bids farewell to the Aurora and her crew and takes the railroad as far east as he can, hoping to find a means of crossing the Pacific in the port city of Vladivostok. The last leg of his journey, though, proves to be quite a bit trickier than he expected. So yeah, Sam, the only American character from the Metro, voiced by Steve Blum, of course, because reasons. He was the only American character in the group who was basically like he was like the ambassador's bodyguard or whatever. And he ended up trapped in the Moscow Metro when Armageddon happened. World War III happened. And, he ended up with going with Artyom to, try to find places outside the Moscow that were habitable. And, of course, we found one at the end of the game. Now, as for where this takes place, I'm not sure. I want to assume that Sam's Story, I'm assuming it takes place after the main game. I'm not sure. I was honestly confused about where the placement of it was. I wanted to say it was either during the events of the main game, before they ended up in Novosibirsk, but it's looking to me like this is set after the main game. They found a Lake Baikal, and now they're heading back to get people out of Moscow. And by the way, it was shared on the grapevine not long ago that Dmitry Glukovsky, the creator of Metro, he started work on the story for the next Metro game. And I had a feeling in the back of my head the possibility that another game will come, considering how ambiguous the ending to Exodus was. I wouldn't have minded if it wasn't going to happen, but in the back of my head, I had a feeling it was going to happen. It ended up being in this console generation. It'll have to be till the PS5 for another Metro game, I suppose. Yeah, wish it didn't take so friggin' long. So, if it is what I think it is, and this is like an epilogue story, it's a nice little something to fill us back in. So, I only know the basic background of the whole thing about what the point is, but I really do not know how the ending goes. And knowing how Metro is, I'm willing I'm willing to believe, I have no reason to disbelieve it, that the game may have a double ending like the main one does. I mean, there were a bunch of DLCs even in the previous games, but they were all you know, one way, the choices didn't really matter in those, unlike the main game. So, to be on the safe side, I'm going to try and play Sam's story like I would normally. Because, you know, 3 games now, I have no reason to think that they would have suddenly switched the morality system. So, who knows, really? So yeah, we're playing as Sam for the first time. We're playing as an American character. And we're going into the legendary port of Vladivostok. Will he find a way back home, back to America, or will he not? Well, we'll see. Previous autosaves will be overridden, blah, 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 blah. Yep. How much you want to bet the loading is still going to take forever? Oh, Lake Baikal.
Parting with my friends. It's hard.
So it is after the main game.
For them, the Colonel's death signaled the end of their journey. And the beginning of a new life on the shores of Lake Baikal. For me, the loss became a threshold. Between the Order and my own life. Between duty and my dream to see Dad again. And, like Artyom before, I chose to pursue my wild dream.
Yeah, speaking of which, where was Artyom? I didn't see him or Anna in that shot.
I sometimes felt that the trees, ruins, and leaning wire posts vanishing behind were just an endless movie reel projected onto a ragged screen just for me.
He took the truck.
Only a late-night viewer in an empty theater.
Oh, a deer.
Yet, every morning, the sun rising dead ahead brought another change of scenery. Making sure that I was, in fact, getting closer to the Pacific. One step at a time. Slowly but steadily. No matter the obstacles on the way. One day, sitting in a recliner on my dad's porch, I might actually be tempted to start a book about this trip or something. One day. But not here. Not now. I see the town that's to become my springboard for a leap across the ocean, and I smell salt in the air. If there really is even a slight chance of me ever getting home, I will find it here.
Vladivostok. Now, I have no idea how long this DLC is. I mean, the two
Saying
colonels...
my goodbyes to Dad before going to Russia. I promised him this was going to be my last tour of duty. Besides, I wasn't going to war. I expected a cushy job guarding the embassy. How could I know that instead of a cushy job, waiting for me were mushroom clouds, desperate struggle, salvation, and a tour of duty that would last 20 years? But as soon as Artyom's dogged determination to break out of the tunnels paid off the way it did, a hope to see my father again took root. As we were going east, that hope grew. By the time we reached Novosibirsk, going home was the only thing I could think about. Only duty before my commander and my friends kept me from leaving immediately. But my service with the Order came to an end on the shores of Lake Baikal. There, on that hill, through the terrible pain of loss, I could feel that my friends had also found closure. Their journey was over. Not mine, though. The hope that's been nagging on me for so long now turned into an obsession. The purpose of my life. I had to go. And my friends who had long since become my family, well, they understood. As I'm entering the outskirts of Vladivostok, I know I was immensely lucky to have gotten even this far. But since fate chose to take me here, to the Pacific, I must do everything I can to find a way home. And see my old man again.
If he's even there anymore. Alright, so it does take place after the main story. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And from what I understand, this is a much more open world DLC, like most of the main game was, compared to the what was it? The Two Colonels DLC, which was very linear and very short. So I'm probably expecting this to be as long as maybe one normal chapter in the base game. That is if the game loads. Yep, the loading is still terrible. Can't say I'm surprised. At all, really. Also, can we stop this trend of having to hold down buttons to confirm anything? Game still looks good. A year later.
Привет, Vladivostok.
Some graphical pop-ins, unfortunately. And look at that, a main character who actually talks. Now, can we have Artyom do that in the next game now, please? Instead of him being silent all the time. Okay, let me, game options. Controller, layout, configure. How do I, Okay, fire one, throw secondary, aim. Wipe, fix gas mask for L1. Weapons inventory for R1. L1 for equipment inventory. Binoculars, lighter, night vision. Sprint. I'm imagining the game will remind me anyway, but I want to take a look-see. Square, reload, crouch, jump, next weapon, melee attack, decoy, Molotov, explosive, throwing knife. Okay, we got an AK, double barrel shotgun with a laser sight on it. Game still feels like old Metro, slow and clunky, but it's supposed to be that way. So long as I can still respond, that's fine. Okay, the game is reminding me how everything works. Good. Look at the bones! Material for crafting shit again. Crafting and cleaning. Oh, he did. Nothing in the truck. Nothing on him. Yeah, I'm trying to be thorough, because you know how this game is, being a, say, survival horror-ish mechanic game. Granted, I wouldn't say Exodus itself was really that much of a scary game compared to the first two. If anything, it was much more reserved. Uh-oh. Crows. That's usually a bad sign. Well, an ominous sign, really. Come on, map, load. Find transport. Need a ship. Beggars can't be choosers. We're heading left. Well, that bridge is most definitely out. Okay, somebody's around here.
Lost, you idiot! Watch out, folks, don't get hit! Don't fucking kill him! Shoot his legs if you must! I'm warning you!
Wow.
Next time I'll shoot to kill!
Well, that's quite the horizon, isn't there? Is he talking to me or is he talking about somebody else? Probably me. Now, I'm going to try and do a no-kill run, just like before. Well, as far as humans are concerned, anyway, because the series has been really picky about when it comes to its rather stingy morality system. Kill anyone, you get the bad ending. Kill no one, you get the good ending. And honestly, I really hope in the next Metro game they do away with that stupid system, and reserve it only for specific characters, because honestly, I get it for specific characters, but when you're going through the whole game stocked up on weaponry and powers you really want to use and you can't use any of it, it's just like, it's like, where's the fun in that? It's the reason why I really don't care to play Dishonored. Because you're pretty much turned into Skeletor and you can't do anything about it. Granted, Metro has more to do, so it kind of gets away with it, but still. Okay, creepy music. And I will make use of the saves. So if I make mistakes...
Come on with your hands above your head! What else would you have me do? I guess that's all. I'm not greedy. Ha ha! Don't worry, we ain't gonna kill you. The Kingpin wants you alive.
Kingpin, eh?
How do you know what he wants? I have my sources. As for you, stop wasting my time and come out. Show yourself, so I know where to go. Fucking here.
Okay, so they're...
You motherfucker! You got our boss!
Shoot the fucker, boys!
You're welcome to try it! I have enough ammo for all of you!
think we got all of them?
Those were some neat moves. Come up here and let's talk.
All right.
Huh, a tram. More trains. Trains. Can't go in the tram. Aw. Oh, look at this. I can actually see my legs. I love it when an FPS game actually does that. From this to Halo. Like, thank you. Somebody did their homework and didn't just leave the character a shadowy blob like they do every other game. More stuff. More stuff. This guy's a captain, eh? What's his name and rank, and what is he a captain of? Well, never mind. I just said his rank. What's his name and what's he a captain of? That's what I want to know. Uh-oh.
You little... What? Hey, put your gun down.
Hey, take it easy. I just helped you.
Put it down right now.
Hold.
All right. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm looking for a ship that could take me home. You know any good ones?
Ha ha! We only have one ship here, and she's a looker. Come, I'll show you.
Huh. Well, that was, easy. I was expecting him to blow my head off right there. Like, sure, I got a ship. Come on.
Careful over here. It's a long fall. You don't want to join those poor bastards. They keep chasing me, trying to earn favor with the cat. At least they want to get me alive.
Well, that's quite the view. Like, look at that. That is what I wanted to see more. I mean, I liked the environment variety in Exodus, but I really wanted to see more of this. Instead of just barren desert.
You can see her perfectly from here.
No, that's R1. L1.
She's right over there.
It's a submarine.
Wow. A submarine? It's freaking huge. Nice ticket home.
Speaking of your home, where is it? Your accent seems vaguely familiar.
San Diego.
Damn, another American. Seriously, talk about coincidence.
Really?
Another American? Danu.
Looks like you really don't know anything. I'll tell you later. Huh? We've got to scram.
What the hell is that?
The Batwing. Let's get out of here before it gets us. Follow me.
You mean... What the hell? Ah! Killer bats. It's a demon. A big demon. What do I do? What do I do? Do I shoot the thing? It's going behind the tree line. It's a demon, but it's like Dracula or something. Come on, you bastard. Big demon. It controls bats now. Well, that's quite the upgrade. Are you kidding me? It took my guns. It took my guns. How dare it? So it was... Oh, it's frogs. Frogs. So this captain, I'm guessing he's Russian Navy. Well, former Russian Navy. He has a nuclear submarine at his disposal. No wonder everyone wants a piece of him. So we got a new class of demon that controls a bunch of little ones, like it's freaking Dracula or something. Cool. I walked over the frog, squished. Ah, snake. Get off. A mutated snake. You see that? It had legs on it. Freaking radiation is making it reverse evolution to grow back at legs. Interesting. Great. I lost my guns. I only have one health pack, so I really don't want to waste it. Yet. Old Soviet posters. Probably for tourism. So there's another American or two.
Hands in the air!
Ah, you fucker.
Come and take it, you bastards! Come and take it! You're coming. With us! Take him alive! Take this! Fuck off! The hell? Stay down.
Oh, come on. Punch him.
I'll fucking kill you all!
Oh, good, I can finally do something. Square for square.
Piss. Just die. Get off my kiss.
Oh, come on. Uh-oh.
Not so tough anymore, huh? Fuck off.
He's still going. Or not. Damn it. Damn, Sam's a badass.
Did you hear him swear when we got him? Fuck you all. Bastards. I kill you. That's American for sure.
You know it's American when you're not that good at Russian.
Well, I did hear American in the movies before the war.
He could have seen some too. By the way, he's up.
Hey, where are you from, pal?
From Moscow.
Look, aren't you an American, pal?
No, I'm a Buryat. All right, you got me. I am an American.
There you have it.
No shit.
Duh.
No wonder you gave us so much trouble before we met.
It's just not my day. Moy din sagodnya.
Looks like it.
Well, you might still change your opinion. Hey, guys! Don't let me call an American! We better call Captain report! Wow! Mace, delivery here. Patch me through to Kent. I got news for you.
Who's Cat? Is he the boss?
Kill the engine, guys! We're to stand by!
That's a lot of bats.
Speaking of this not being your day, see what's over there?
I do. It's clouds.
Clouds. This is a storm, Al.
Yep, a storm. And storms here are not your regular storms. They can ruin your day like nowhere else. You're lucky we took you in when we did.
Huh, good storm sound.
Got it. Rev up and head to the sub.
So, what have you got? Did you deliver the offer to the captain?
Nah, he got spooked by some small fries. We nabbed the guy was with him, though. Turns out the guy's an American. Please, boss. He swore like you on a bad day.
I see. Pass the radio to that American, will you?
He sounds American too.
Okay, I feel stupid for even considering this shit, but just in case, who are you?
Lance Corporal Samuel Taylor, U.S. Marine Corps.
Wow.
Yeah, I have trouble believing it myself.
Oh, damn. Listen up, delivery.
Here.
Change way. He is my guest. Do you get that? Bring him over, quick.
Yeah, that is not a Russian accent. That is American.
Now tell me, who of us knew he was an American all along, huh?
Wow.
Big. Very big.
Impressive, huh? It's all ours.
Impressive.
Yeah, them Russian submarines are very big. Monstrous piece of engineering.
Is that him?
Yeah, it's me!
Well, hello there. Why are you still tied up? Huh?
I'm loving it.
Please come aboard. Take the guests to the gangway.
Yes, boss. Shit, we pissed the cat off.
We should have taken the rope off. Then we
get you that right now.
Yeah, there's just no making the cat happy. It's not our day.
Awesome storm sound effect. You'd think it was right outside my house.
Come aboard.
Okay. Submarine that's in still in good condition. We got an American who's apparently leading this rabble. The Mayflower. Wait a minute. It says USS on it. What the hell? Looks more like a Russian sub than an American one, so why is it called that? Of course, I get the meaning behind the name, Mayflower. Like the Pilgrim ship. I'm going.
Damn, am I happy to see you. Haven't met another American in 23 years. Name's Tom.
Nice to meet you too, Tom. Is this ship yours? Can I book a ticket?
That's a good one. Follow me. Let's talk. So, where did you want to go?
Back
San Diego,
home.
one way.
California. Oh, truly. A heaven on earth.
Not
Except for
really.
the traffic in LA, of course. That was hell. Look, man.
And the communists running it.
What was the name of your baseball team?
Padres.
Right. Oh, our team used to play them often. I'm from Seattle, you know.
Mariners. If you think any further check is in order.
Nothing personal, Lance Corporal. These are tough times.
Of course. Trust but verify.
Exactly.
Oh, nice posture. Ooh,
By the way, Sam,
guns.
this is Clem, my right-hand man. He's in charge of the Applied Force department of my business here.
Hello, Sam.
Очень приятно, Klim.
It's even got some new gun parts right there.
Those boys couldn't invite you here at a better time. The doctor flexed the wind somewhat, but still, just look at that.
Yeah. Had I stayed there, I'd be halfway to Kansas by now. Not that I want to go there.
Where do you want to go? Oh, wait. How about we have a good smoke and hear your story first, Sam?
Won't say no to a smoke. Even
I
though there
can.
isn't much of a story,
I don't
really.
smoke.
Middle East, Afghanistan, then Moscow. I was on the embassy guard detail. Happened to be in the metro when shit hit the fan. Quite a lot of people survived there. And then, we just sat in the tunnels for 20 years, thinking we were the last people alive in the world.
How come?
A perimeter of jammers. The leaders were in the know, but kept it under wraps.
For 20 years? But why?
Haven't got a clue, really. A friend of mine learned the truth, and with him, the whole squad I was with. We had to run. Across the continent. We had a train. At Lake Baikal, we split. I went further east and kept going until I ended up here. If my dad is still alive, he could still be waiting for my return. He'd be over 70 now. I haven't got much time.
I see. So you're looking for someone to take you home.
Yeah.
People don't just sail across the Pacific nowadays, unlike the old times. But I can take you there on this sub.
It's rather cool down Tom.
You're right, Clem.
Could I help somehow, Tom? And how did you get this submarine in the first place?
It's a long story. Perhaps just an executive summary?
Well, I am in a hurry, but not to such an extent.
In that case, I'll start from afar. Oh, by the way, I almost nailed Tennessee sour mash here. No proper aging, of course, but the flavor is basically right.
Want you drink with us, Clem?
I'll drink my own. We don't really get that fancy stuff, though.
It was just the first failed batch, you know? But suit yourself, of course. To our meeting.
To our meeting.
To our meeting.
Now, what about the captain
Wow.
guy?
Korosho.
Oh, yeah. What did I tell you? So, ready? I'd been doing business here before the war, mainly on the international weapons market. The locals had lots of money and opportunities, but no connections and style whatsoever. That's where I came in. Clem handled the relations with our local partners. Just before the war, our enterprise was starting to gain momentum. But then the bombs fell. You can guess the rest.
Yep.
Our company had a competitive advantage, though. Warehouses full of weapons. And Clem's boys in charge of guarding those warehouses.
So a PMC.
Then we entered a phase of dynamic growth, and a few years ago learned of a flourishing settlement here in Vladivostok. The place was governed by the ex-captain you met before. He did do a decent job of it, I must admit, but was not ready for the ongoing war against bandits. That's what we offered to help with. The captain took the deal and was not disappointed. Clem found a radical solution to the bandit problem.
Yeah, you can still see some hanging.
Right. And then we learned that the sub was operational all along, and the captain never even thought of using this immense opportunity.
How is he supposed to use it?
Yeah, it's just one guy.
Obviously, you're not a businessman, just like him. Naturally, to everyone's benefit. For so many years after the war, mankind has been barely holding on to life because there was no force left to unite the survivors in pursuit of restoring the civilization. But we could create such a force. A new state, the true shining city on a hill. To lead the whole world to new accomplishments, to turn the apocalypse into a new beginning. We won't even have to shoot. Just drop the anchor in view of any settlement, open our missile ports, and they will readily give us everything. And accept our power.
I don't know.
Do you find this inelegant? It would be just a statement of fact. We are power here. We are the force to lead everyone into the future.
I see. So, what do the captains say?
Oh, he went ballistic and tried to get rid of us. But when he saw his game was up for good, he ran away.
Which means you get to decide where to sail now, right?
Certainly. There's just one slight problem. The sub's all right, but its reactors need to be refueled. But only the ex-captain knows where to get the fuel rods and can control the procedure. Regrettably, after our falling out, he wouldn't even talk to us no matter what.
Yeah. A lot of things starting to make sense now.
Great. Then I can offer you a deal. Sam, I'd like you to be our negotiator. Make that fossil understand. If he helps us get the fuel, we leave the settlement to him. We'll find a better base in no time anyway. Of course, he's also welcome to have all crew members who won't follow me. And once we get the fuel, San Diego will be our first destination. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, this will either go very good or very bad.
Early, man. I'll send my best guys.
Thanks, Clem. But I prefer working alone.
Oh, that's some true grit right there. Hey, leave Sam be, Clem. He can handle it.
Whatever you say, boss.
So, we have a deal. Still, if you are going to represent us in negotiations, we'd better equip you to our standard. Clem, please set Sam's radio to pick up our frequencies.
Sure.
Here.
Okay, this will either go very well or very
Now for the
bad.
important
Let's
part,
see.
The map of the area. It's as exact as it can be, all things considered. Plus, it shows all the captain's hideouts we know of. You should check those first.
Map updated.
Done.
Spasibo, Clem.
Well, radio's taken care of. As for the rest of your gear, drop by the shooting range. You'll be issued everything. Have some rest first, though. You had a long day.
Thank you, but I'd rather go now. I prefer to strike iron while it's hot.
Well, your choice.
Thanks, Tom. Guess I'll be going now. The storm's already over, after all.
Good luck. We'll keep in touch.
Of course. Счастливо.
Счастливо.
Just leave her. Seriously, he sounded... Yeah, that's a Russian sub. I don't know, maybe Tom renamed it. I don't know. Nice model. Me, personally, I'd like one of the Starship Yamato from Space Battleship Yamato 2199. I'd like a model of that. Guns. Wait a minute, is that a Thompson? What's he doing with a Thompson? And some M16, M4 variation.
Tell me, Tom, why? Why what? Why did you not let me send my boys with him? They could catch the old goat cleanly and quietly.
Enough. I know you're cleanly and quietly. Your boys fucked up for good when they let him get away. The captain himself I could forgive. We're keeping tabs on him. But where's the XO? The others?
We're looking.
Looking. You've been looking for almost a year now.
They're dead, Jim.
It's our only chance. Don't you see? I just can't trust your boys with him.
Oh, but you can trust this passerby.
He's an American.
So what? I don't know him. You don't know him either.
But I do. He survived in Moscow. He survived there, and then he came here.
So Tom is...
If you say so, I certainly do. And enough of this.
So Tom is going by guts. So Klim is a brute force type.
Observation post, 2 guys.
Still talking.
Tell them to be on the lookout for our guest. Provide him support if need be. And tell that to everyone else.
Got it.
Let's think of where he can even find the guy. Where was the captain seen?
Everywhere. Pick a point.
Seriously, Sam sounds like he's about to have a heart attack.
Right under our noses.
Do some cardio. Whoever I am.
Lobsters. He stopped using the place long ago.
I see. Here?
Lobsters.
Too many fuckwits. He won't go there.
How about here?
I'm still listening.
That new gang I told you about. Fugly catchers.
Sounds like we're gonna have a lot of places to go. Old Captain's the only one. Knows where the nuclear fuel rods are. So we got a bunch of places. I'm tempted to listen, but I think they're just gonna keep going. So Tom is the leader, or was the part of a private military company, because that's what it sounds like. Give me your stuff. So we came in through that way, and now we're going out this way.
Howdy, Uncle Sam. You're expected at the shooting range. Boss's orders. It's that way. Cross the bridge.
Oh, skull and crossbones. That's comforting. Gazoon tight. Huh. Harbor crane.
American.
Okay, I think I got this. Time to check ignition. This is ground control to Major Tom.
Nah, your circuit's dead. There's something wrong.
Damn it. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's see if it works now. Engines on!
So,
You really make the grade.
we're checking our stocks here, you see? And you're expected at the range, over there.
It's closed.
Over there.
Ugh, but why?
It's just closed.
I've been expecting you. My name's Daniela. I'm Tom's gunsmith. The boss wants you geared up ASAP, Sam, so I'll cut straight to the chase. First, your universal detector. There are mines all over the ruins, so never leave home without it.
Really?
It can also detect spare parts, weapons, lots of things, actually.
Nice.
Indeed. Now, your new rifle.
This looks familiar, but different.
It's a local make, optimized for our home brand of incendiary ammo.
Really?
It accepts regular ball, all right. Just not the standard mags. Don't want our idiots ruining their old rifles with the hot stuff.
Thanks. I'll take good care of it.
Ah, glad to hear that. I guess you're all set now. You can test it here. My assistant has a couple of mags ready.
The game froze. Game froze. What happened? Are you kidding me? The game froze. Are you shitting me? The game crashed. Well, I'm gonna have to restart the damn thing, so... Alright. Well... I'm gonna have to stop the stream and restart it because the game crashed. So, be back with a part 2 in a sec.